Hi you guys, how's everyone doing today? We are sitting down and filming a fun just eyeshadow tutorial. Before I get started though, I did want to say thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in to the first couple videos on the channel. I really appreciate you guys' support. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that this is something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I'm just having like so much fun sitting down and making these videos. So people actually sitting down and taking the time to watch them means a lot to me. That being said, if you like what you've seen so far on the channel and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you're notified of all my future uploads, and don't forget to like these videos if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Anyway, we are going to sit down today and play with this eyeshadow palette. This is the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. I honestly am crazy and I really haven't used this on my lids yet. This palette came out in November, I think, and I was lucky enough to be able to get one of the first batches, but I just haven't used it yet. So even though I know that that's like sacrilegious, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna do that today, and hopefully we're gonna be able to have some fun. I have a couple colors in mind that I kind of want to use, and I'm thinking of doing something with like these pinks and the yellow and the purple, but like we'll just see what happens as we go. We are gonna hop in, and I am actually going to just do my eyeshadow first because I don't know that there will be a lot of fallout, but I don't want there to be fallout. I don't really want to like deal with fallout if there is any. The very first thing I'm gonna do is go in with a MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of this to my lid. I'm gonna take one of the little baby blendifuls and just apply that all over. MAC paint pots are super pigmented, and this does such a good job of not only being long wearing, but it also totally cancels out your entire lid. Okay, the eyes are primed and ready to go. I am now going to take a fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna take one of these from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna go in the shade My Pills, which is like this pink, like light baby pink, and I'm gonna sort of lay down like a crease color. This is really, really light, so I don't know how well this will really show up. Not really at all. So we're just gonna kind of use that to like set that. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Pigment and put that in my crease. Same brush. This is actually the first Jeffree Star palette that I ever bought too. It's the only one I've ever bought, and it's the first time I'm using any of his eyeshadows on my eyes. So I'm really excited to see like how I like it. So far they blend really, really nicely. If you guys didn't watch the documentary that Shane and Jeffree did together documenting how they made this palette, you really should. If you're interested in makeup at all, it is so interesting just to see all the stuff that they went through, and they give you actual like numbers and stuff on the whole process, which I found really, really interesting. So yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. This color blends out really nicely. Honestly, I was a little scared putting like a pink peachy color on my eye because you can get like really sickly looking really quickly, but it's actually a pretty nice tone. Today's look is probably not going to be like super neutral or the most wearable thing. We're just going for like fun creativity today, but if you want to see a video of me doing like a really neutral wearable look with this palette, comment down below and give this video a like, and I will do it because I want to play with this even more. I think now I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna go in the shade Cheese Dust, which is like this orangey color, and we're gonna bring that just a little bit lower, but still kind of keep it in the crease. Oh, that is pigmented. That's really pretty though. These two shades look so gorgeous together. I think we're gonna kind of do like a sunset type look. This is gonna be really summery, which is hilarious because it's the dead of winter here. Also, just know in this video, I'm gonna be like, it's edited. So you're only gonna see me like blending each color for like 2 seconds, but really I've been sitting here blending just the pink and the orange for like 10 minutes, just layering and blending. So like when you're watching these type of videos and you see that it, you know, takes the people doing it no time, it didn't take them no time in real life. Like you do have to just like have some patience and just like think of it as just like kind of relaxing. Take your time and enjoy just like creating. Okay, we are going to go back into the MAC paint pot. Shout out to my sister for getting me these brushes for Christmas. They're so pretty. And I'm gonna apply that, but the paint pot again, but in a really specific area. So I'm only gonna apply it to the inner lower lid. And that is hopefully gonna make this yellow stand out a lot. I'm gonna take the other side of that brush that did not have the primer, and I'm gonna pack the shade Food Videos onto the brush and then apply it to the lid. That yellow shade is bright. That's really pretty though. This is a perfect example of why we do eyeshadow first, because I am flinging yellow eyeshadow basically everywhere. But I want this shade to be really, really bright because it's so gorgeous. Okay, now that I've applied that to the lid, we're gonna go back with our same brush that we started with, and I'm not gonna add any colors yet, but I'm just gonna kind of blend out so that it fades nicely in the center and in my crease. This is really, really pretty. I'm happy with how this is turning out. I want to pack a little of that Cheese Dust color on as well, because the yellow is really bright, but the orange is not as much, and so I want it to stand out just as much. These colors look so good together. Okay. I'm gonna go back into that very first shade, that pigment shade, and I'm gonna go one more time over the crease just to clean everything up a little bit. Now we are going to take a more fluffy brush, something that's a little bit smaller. It looks dirty, but it's not, it's just stained. I'm gonna take the shade Not a Fact in the outer corner. I'm scared, but I love putting deep corners or deeper colors in my outer corner, and I feel like it needs it, so hopefully this doesn't ruin everything. Actually, that's a lot more subtle than I thought. That blends out really nice, and so it just kind of gives the pink a little bit of a deeper tone. These shadows seriously blend like butter. That's really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna leave these eyes for a minute and we're gonna do the rest of the face. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little simple micellar water on a reusable cotton round, and I'm just gonna clean up any eyeshadow that like flew all over my face and sort of clean up the lines on the side, just to make sure that my skin is nice and clean before I go and put a bunch of product on it. Okay, next we will go in with a primer. I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Primer Oil. So I did a whole like review on a bunch of Physicians Formula makeup recently, and this is one of those things that I was like, honestly, I need to like try this again because I don't know how I feel about that. So that's what we're doing. But this is a really interesting thing. It's supposed to, it says that it will like blur and like smooth your face, but it's an oil and it's got SPF 15 in it. So I don't know, there's just a lot of reasons that I was like intrigued by it, but I'm not really sure if I like it because my makeup in that video, I'll leave it in the cards up here, but my makeup in that video was really dewy, but that's because I was also using like an oil foundation. So we just had a lot going on that day. Now we're gonna go in with bronzer, and I'm going back to my Huda Beauty Tantour. That's what it looks like. So I still really like applying my contour and highlight before applying foundation. I just think that it kind of helps everything blend in and look a lot more natural. Also, I'm sorry that it's so bright in this video. I am filming sort of at night. The sun was out when I started, and now it's pretty much completely set. So, you know, just gonna have to deal. I will say with that primer, like makeup just smooths on top of it, like so easily, because you've got like a level of, you know, moisture and like glide to your skin. Like, did you see that? I just swiped on that bronzer in like 2 seconds. Part of that is the primer, and then part of that's also this Blendiful. It's so easy to use. Now we're gonna highlight. We are gonna conceal. I am using the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. This is my favorite concealer I've tried recently. And it's so easy, like it starts blending for you. It's just awesome. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing 2 shades of the Beauty Blender foundation. This is why I wanted to test the primer again, because when I wear this foundation, I normally mix a drop of oil in with it. But I'm going to see if like I just like, oh my gosh, I just sprayed this everywhere. I'm going to see if I like it on its own with the primer oil underneath. So I normally take like 2 pumps of the shade 1.4 and then 1 pump of the shade 1.2C and kind of mix those together. That primer is still making me look really dewy, so I think that's gonna be a nice combo with this foundation. If you're someone who has dry skin, I think you would really like this primer. And I love that it has SPF in it. I just think that's really nice. I am really bad at getting my SPF on my skin, so anytime it gets kind of like snuck into a product like that, I love. I'm gonna go back in with just a little more concealer on the under eye just to brighten up this corner, and then I'm going to set the face with some powder. Anytime you're using like really bright colors on the eyes, you do want to make sure that your concealer is kind of flawless, because that is what will keep you from looking like sickly, basically. So I'm just using the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I love this powder. I almost never like loose powders, and this one I'm obsessed with. This is like my version of baking, where like it's not really baking, but kind of use like a lot of powder. Okay, we are looking bright. Gonna go ahead and then just take like a clean side and just really dust away any excess. I am going to go in now with some bronzer, bring a little bit of the warmth back into my face. Now this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is a Physicians Formula product that has never let me down. It's so good. And it's so easy to use. Like, I honestly go kinda hard with the bronzer. I put a lot on and it never gets orange, like it never gets gross. It just always looks so nice. And I'm gonna use this one from Physicians Formula, the Butter Blush. This is just like a really pretty peachy tone that I think matches the eyeshadow really well. This blush does have a bit of a sheen to it though, so if you do not like that or you do not want that in a blush, just beware. Now we're gonna highlight. This is the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Light Powder in Brilliant Strobe Light. I really like this. It is a really nice powder, and it can be either very subtle or you can build it up to be a pretty like blingy highlight, but it's not glittery. Like, it's just like bright. I don't know how to describe it, but you can see on the face how like nice that is, but there's not like glitter on my face. So I really, really like that. Also, for a day when you're doing like more bright eyeshadow like this, you don't necessarily want the rest of your face to look intense. You want the focus to be on the eyes. So a nice like subtle but still blingy highlight like this is gonna be your best friend. Okay, to kind of bring everything together, I'm gonna mix a little bit of the shade Cheese Dust and that first shade Pigment together. And I'm just gonna barely bring it below my eyes, just so that everything kind of flows and it doesn't look like there's any weird harsh transitions. And then I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the shade Tanacon because it's a little bit more neutral, and we're gonna kind of like mix that on top just to kind of like tone it down. Then we are going to apply a little bit of mascara, and I'm actually gonna wear false lashes today. I never wear falsies, but I feel like this is a look that calls for it. So I'm taking a little bit of the Bambi mascara from L'Oreal. I love this stuff. And we're just gonna put like one kind of layer on the lashes to start, so I have something for the fake lashes to like sit on top of. That mascara is so good. Even with like one like half of a coat on, my eyes look completely different. I have a lot of different lashes, but I kind of want to use these. These are the Ardell Naked Lashes. They have an Invisiband. We'll see like how long this takes me to apply. Honestly, I'm horrific at eyelashes, so I got one on. Quite honestly, it's pretty close to the right size. I could probably trim it if I wanted to, but we're already here, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna pop the other one on and then I'll be right back. Okay, that actually didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to. These are the Ardell Naked Lashes. They are in the number 420. They're actually really pretty, and like they're not that crazy. I definitely could have trimmed them. Like, I probably should have, but I didn't. I feel like this lash is like a lot more like up than this one, but they just add a lot of nice length. I'm gonna add a little mascara to my bottom lashes. I'm not gonna put any more on my top because I feel like my natural lashes are actually blended in pretty nicely. I really hope on camera that they don't look dumb, because in real life they turn out pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Ranch and I'm gonna apply that to my inner corner to finish off this look. And I'm sort of blending it down a little bit too along the front of the bottom lash line. That's a really pretty inner corner shade. It really brightens it up. Okay, that is the eyes done, and then I'm just gonna finish the face by doing like a really nude lip. I think that would look so pretty. I'm gonna go in with the Profusion matte lip liner. This one's in the shade Imagine. This is the only lip liner I own. It's a little bit pink for the look that I want, but it's okay, we're gonna cover it up. I just like ever so slightly overline my top lip because it's really, really small. So taking like a fairly neutral shade and just overlining a little bit really helps make your lips look bigger. Okay, I'm taking this lipstick from ColourPop. This is a collab with Kathleen Lights and it's What's Your Sign. It's just like a really pretty nude brown. We're gonna pop that on top. All right, and then to finish it off, I'm gonna take a little bit of this gloss from NYX. This is their butter gloss. This one is in the shade Creme Brulee. These glosses are so good. And this is gonna bring us back to like the peachy look. Okay. Very last but not least step, we're gonna apply a little bit of setting spray. This is the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set and Refresh Spray. It is supposed to be hydrating for up to 8 hours. All right, you guys, this is the final look. This is honestly one of the first times that I've sat down and done like a really intense glam look. Maybe this isn't that intense for you, but for me, it's pretty intense. So I really, really had a fun time doing this. If you like seeing these kind of videos and more like fun tutorials, please let me know down in the comments or by giving this video a thumbs up because I am happy to make more like this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I'll have some new fun videos coming very, very soon.